Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to a new episode of The Road to Glory here on FIFA 19 Ultimate Team. This is episode number 111. Damn, consecutive days pretty much of uploading. That's awesome. I like that. So it's time for the weekend league, isn't it, really? And this is what I was going to be going into the weekend league with. There's only going to be one change. But I had a little thought, and it all stemmed from what we ended up getting in our marquee matchups rewards. So you can see that I'm completing it right now. I don't think I had to go out and buy anything. I think I had enough stuff there. The only one that made me think, oh, I'm probably spending a bit too much is this squad right here. I used too many rares and I don't know. I just was using what I had in the club, so I was like, oh, fair enough, whatever. But I probably could have done it cheaper if I would have sold some of them on and bought some of the cheaper players. But it is what it is. The rest of the stuff is pretty much like bronze. It's just super cheap. And I don't know, once again, it's not the greatest of marquee matchups. Overall is the Prime Goal Players Pack, though, which is good. But, you know, three out of the 4 packs that you got for completing each challenge was a silver. One of them was a silver. One of them was just a 2-player pack, and the other 2 were a little bit meh. So really, it was all for the Prime Goal Players Pack at the end. And guys, if you haven't done so already, smash that thumbs up button on today's video. Your support in the start of the new year has been amazing. Thank you so much. Honestly, blown away by the recent support. You guys are awesome. I love you. Thank you for everything that you give back on these videos. So we have 2 more packs to go here after this one, I think, and I don't think we get boards. No, just gonna get ourselves a Gaia. Not great. Had him before loads of times. You know, you hope for a little bit more, you don't get a little bit more, but there's loads of players in the pack, so I'll take that. 2 rare gold players packs. Now these can be sometimes pretty good. Not this time. Don't get a walkout. Don't get boards. We get ourselves an 82, to be fair. So nearly boards, but it's Kramaric from the Bundesliga. And I'm like, yeah, all right. Not bad, but definitely not what you write home about. And then you see this. You see that little walkout at the bottom, don't you? And from marquee matchups, we get Argentine Cam from Juventus. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, 89 rated Paulo Dybala, or Dybala, however you like to pronounce his name. All I know is that right there is 150,000 coins from marquee matchups. So the last couple of episodes where my rewards have been garbage, you can throw all of that rubbish away now because, well, the luck has come through from marquee matchups. So all that effort you go through in Rivals and Foot Champs to get nothing, and then you do a little SBC compiling of 4 little challenges, and you pat yourself a 150k player. It swings and roundabouts. Sometimes it'll happen for you, sometimes it won't. I know the amount of times I've done marquee matchups and got nothing. But yeah, I ended up listing him for 160k, and he sold for 160k. You'll see that at some point, probably just in a moment, actually. But it gave me an idea. I was like, well, okay, well, I wasn't expecting that coin influx. And I've been saying that I want to maybe try the odd new player out here and there, if I can. So what I want to do, as you can see, Dybala sold right there. I wanted to go ahead and complete. I noticed that a couple of icon loan SBCs had come down in price, like Balak and Raul. So I'm going to complete both of those 2 loan icons today. And then when I was doing this part, which was buying players, I knew that I was going to be spending about 60,000 coins for 2 loans. And I don't really care about that. We've just had a massive influx of 160k. And if I get the chance to use an icon in the weekend league and I have a little bit of extra fun doing it, I don't care that it's cost me like 2k a game or 1,000 coins a game to use a player. I just genuinely don't care. I just want to use them, have a little bit of fun, and because it might give me an idea. Like if I do Raul and Balak right now and realize I absolutely love one of them, maybe we sell stuff later on and we buy that icon. It's like a try before you buy type scenario. So what I was planning on doing, actually, was doing both of these prime icons and using both of them in my team for the weekend league this weekend. instead of Kante and instead of Firmino. You know, we'll bring Ballack in as like a ball playing CDM, and we'll bring Raul in as a central cam, or maybe even flip things around a little bit and use him as a striker. And then I realised, you know what? I don't want to do that. I don't want to overload with multiple loans. I'll use one. I'll use one of them this week. I'll use one of them next week. You know, Rivaldo is still in the SBC. So is Rui Costa, Roy Keane. I'm probably going to get a lot of these loan icons, but I'll use one of them each week if I can fit them into my team somewhere. Maybe we sell Neymar next week and we get Rivaldo in and he comes in as my left-sided player. I don't know, just do something like that, basically. To try out a few different icons, see if we enjoy them, maybe get an idea of who we can bring into the side going forwards if we were to actually buy one. So instead of Ballack being where Kante is right now and being my CDM in game, I am going to stick with Kante this week and I will play Raul. But the team is going to have a slight shift around. I wanted to change it a little bit. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to play Aubameyang as a wide cam, and I'm going to play Raul up front, Neymar out on the right-hand side, and Mbappe as my central cam. That seems a little bit muddled, but I love it in the latter stages of the game where I can whip the ball out wide to Aubameyang, who wins headers against fullbacks. So I was like, well, surely if I can just do that with him for the first 60 minutes of the game, he'll be fine. He might not be able to thread the through balls as well, but, you know, like I can get an aerial battle winner like Bale used to be for me out wide. Speaking of which, we come up against the Bale in this game right here, in our first game of the weekend league. First shot I take with Raul spins off the bar, and I'm like, oh, I'm probably going to like his shooting. But yeah, once I got Raul in the team, I was like, I kind of want to make him my main player this week. So I'll push Aubameyang out wide so that he can win my headers. I still need Neymar out on the right because then he can hit the first time finesses. I want Raul up front, which means Mbappe pushes back to Cam. And I'm fine with that. I feel like he could do an alright job there. So all my players were sort of like free moving everywhere. And I've got to say, Raul had a decent debut. 17 minutes on the clock. He scored twice already. I really like him. He's just off of first impressions, like an absolute quality player on this game. And I think this is the first FIFA that Raul's in, right? I don't think he was in previous ones. I don't know. I might be wrong there. I just feel like there's been so many legends and icons that I've literally forgotten. But he gets himself a hat-trick. Now, that third one went in off of a red timed finesse. So that's probably what made my opponent go. I'm not going to lie, but I'll take it. So in the first half, 29-minute hat-trick on your debut is a very, very good way to get yourself in my good books. So, yeah, awesome. Nice one. And we go 1-0 in the weekend league. So next game, get matched up against a meta Prem team. Nothing too special. Like, there's no crazy players in there. The best ones he's got are probably Van Dijk, Salah and Aubameyang. And obviously I know what they can do because I use different variations of them in my team. But I go 1-0 up. It took me 10 minutes. So playing as the home team for all of my games, I always get the kick-off. And that's what I like most. I like going up and scoring that first minute goal. Gives me the competitive edge and that mental advantage going into the game. But I didn't score my first minute goal, so it took me 10 minutes to get one in this game. However, I then I score that with Raul. He's got a lovely left foot. He genuinely has got a great left peg. Just look at those stats. 88 pace, 90 dribbling, 92 shooting. Like, he's got 4-star skills and weak foot as well. He's genuinely such a sick-looking player. And I've seen it a couple of times on Twitter, and I've seen a couple of pros say that Raul is like top tier. He's genuinely good. But I don't see him getting used at events and stuff. So I wasn't really sure where people have him. But, you know, we're not looking for the top tier players. I'm never going to have a Hullet on this account. I doubt anyway. But we might be able to sneak in the odd, like, decent icon that doesn't cost an arm and a leg and your whole entire house. So that's why I'm using these loans. But I will stick to, I think, one loan per week. Gives me a different... It'll be different as well because, like, 1 week I'll use Ballack and that just means Kante can take a back seat. And then I will go ahead and maybe get, like, Rui Costa. I'll use Rivaldo. And it'll mean that I can free up money in other areas, which means I might be able to spend money in other areas of the team as well. I feel like I'm doing a lot of hand movement in this episode, but I'm just trying to, like... tell you what I'm doing, you know, point things in the right direction and whatnot. So I get a 5-2 win in game number 2, and I genuinely just, I mean, Raul scored like 5 goals in 2 games. What a beast, just absolute beast, class act on this game. Go into my 3rd game against Griezmann and Footmas Lacazette, inform Mertens, and I'm like, yeah, that's a well put together team. That's a nice little mix of a squad. But like he ran off the pitch. And the game disconnected. I feel like he had like an internet issue there. But basically, I lose a game. I lose a contract on my Raul, which is annoying because it's probably going to take me 20 games to get all my wins. And now I might not have him for my entire weekend league to get my 14 wins. But we go on into the next game. This guy's got a nice team. He's got Red Tolvan, Neymar, Bale, all players that... Well, I've used like Neymar and Bale a lot, and both of them are genuinely top tier on this game. But I get kickoff, and I do score my 1 minute on the dot goal straight from kickoff. I must do a very, very similar run each time, because it's like normally one minute exactly all the way up to like 1 minute and 10 seconds. So I have a very, very small window of when I'm scoring my goals and stuff on this game. Now, I'll go 2-0 up, and then Raul with his weak foot makes it 3-0. And this game was genuinely just easy. You know, 40 minutes on the clock with 3-0 up. It's just not a problem. I just, you know, it was just nice to be able to play the ball around, not really let my opponent have that many shots or really create anything. And we're doing all right. Going into the second half then, Vieri plays it or somehow gets it out wide to Bale. Bale scores, and I was like, well, that was a bit of a meh goal, but I conceded it anyway, and he shushes me, and I'm like, all right, fair play, mate. And then he scores with Neymar like a couple of minutes later, and he runs off shushing me again, and I'm like, all right, bud. But a little bit nervous because, you know, he's getting back into the game, so I decided to just turn it up a little bit, and well, we score with Raul here, 4-2, easy. Yeah, fine. No shush, though. Yeah, don't need to shush that one. Aubameyang gets through here. A little bit of goalkeeper movement going on. So I don't get it. If I stick it in the top bins, you're not getting it, mate. 5-2. Easy. Very, very easy. Kante then plays it out wide. And Mbappe strikes it. I don't know how that one's gone in. But, yeah, thank you very much. I'll take that goal. He gets one back. 6-3. I'm not worried at any point in this though, because, you know, it's 80 odd minutes on the clock. And then take a little look. Oh, the rainbow flick. Oh, the green volley. What a beaut. Yeah, just toying with him at this point. So I'm going to show it to you a couple of times. And the reason I'm going to show it to you a couple of times is because I decided to be a bit of a nasty fellow in the messages on Xbox afterwards. So I made sure I let him know that I would show his rainbow flick volley, or my rainbow flick volley, a couple of times in the video. So I know you're watching. GG's, brother. He gets another goal, but, you know, shushes again. I don't care. I was 7-4 up at this point. Nice, easy game. Very, very easy win. 7-4. And we take another W in the weekend league. So that's a perfect start. You know, 3-0 with our 8th game out of 7 that we needed to get a shadow card, apparently. Alright, fine. It's an untradeable shadow card, but I'll use it at some point in time. I think we're just 2 games away, and because this was played on Friday, before 6 PM, before the objectives changed, I knew that I could get a couple more games in, and I'll do that at the start of the next episode, so that I can get that 25 games played in a week to get the lone icon. So we'll see in the next episode who I get for that. But a great start from Raul. Mbappe obviously firing, Neymar firing, Aubameyang brilliant as always, and holding that midfield down is Kante and Fabinho doing a great job. So it is nice to have Raul in here. Obviously he'll last for the rest of this weekend league and be gone, but like I said, if it can give me a little bit more enjoyment in the game and stuff, I will I'll just have a lot more fun doing it and stuff. And I like Bobby, but I just wanted a bit of a change. Next week we'll use Ballack or Rivaldo or someone like that, and we'll have fun that way. So it's a good idea. Like, if they're going to let us use icons in the weekend league, then fair enough, that's what I'll do. If it ever stops, then fine, we'll have to use them in other areas or stop doing the SBCs. But guys, that has been today's episode. If you could do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button, that would be amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.